This episode is brought to you by SafeJet, the operators of the anti-dump mechanism that you see all other DeFi projects copying. SafeJet is the safest coin in the crypto game, protecting you from your whales and chart manipulators. That way your investment is still there in the morning. Free travel, cash giveaways, an experienced and doxed team also lets you lock, fly, and land with SafeJet. For more information, visit safejet.io, link in the description below.
All right. Let's get it going, people. Shout out to everyone in the chat room. We got the Tech Geek, a longtime member. He's in the building. Chain Stake DeFi is in the building. What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having a good day. Wanted to do a live stream real quick. Go over a couple of things. I don't know if you guys see. I don't know if I have this up here. I don't actually. But make sure you guys go over to TikTok. Follow me over there on TikTok. I am doing content in that space now. Man, these social medias got me just running all over the place. But you see the link or the handle right there at CryptoBlood_, just like my Twitter account. All right. So definitely check me out over there on TikTok. Yeah, man. Jason Lenz, what's going on, bro? What's going on? So today, got a couple things for us to talk about. Definitely some good articles to go over today. As you guys saw in the thumbnail, the main subject is going to definitely be this Bitcoin Jesus situation. Some of my new school cats may not know about Bitcoin Jesus. We're going to go over that a little bit today. Very instrumental, like he's polarizing, definitely polarizing. But at the same time, he was very instrumental in like the spreading of Bitcoin in the early days. Like when I got into crypto, it was Bitcoin Jesus and Andreas Antonopoulos. Those were the two disciples, if you want to call them, of crypto, of Bitcoin. And you know, we got to give both of them, really got to give them a lot of credit. Give him a lot of credit. Jason Land says Burberry blood. Absolutely. You know how I do it, homie. You know how I do it. We got to give Roger Ver, aka Bitcoin Jesus, got to give him his credit. He definitely helped garner and was in the grassroots of teaching people about and the awareness of Bitcoin back in the early days. So we definitely have to give him credit. I don't think he gets enough credit probably because, you know, he kind of split off and went his way with Bitcoin Cash and feeling like that was the real Bitcoin. And, you know, definitely shout out to my Bitcoin Cash people out there, because some would argue, and they have some valid points, Bitcoin Cash just might be the real Bitcoin. You know, I'm not even going to hold you up. But again, today we are going to be looking at the Roger Ver being sued for $85 million. I'll explain how this whole thing ties into the contagion that we're seeing spread all around the industry. Anything for Click said Bitcoin Cash is dead. I don't know. Somebody give me some Bitcoin Cash love in the comments. I don't know if Bitcoin Cash is dead. It definitely hasn't run the way Bitcoin has, the way Ethereum has, you know. So just because the price hasn't performed doesn't necessarily mean it wasn't the real Bitcoin. I'm just saying. I don't think I have any Bitcoin Cash left, to be honest with you. But before we get started, I know you guys see the link in the description of this video. MEXC, they are the channel crypto exchange sponsor. So look, they just had a new release they wanted me to cover. Essentially, giving you the ability to buy your cryptos via Visa and MasterCard. Now, this is new to the space as far as within MEXC's platform, where you can buy your crypto right from fiat. Okay, so that is available now. So you guys can definitely onboard directly from MEXC now. You don't have to send over crypto from another exchange or your own wallet to start trading on MEXC. And also, I can't forget, $25 airdrop. I'm giving it to you guys live and direct. So all you got to do is go sign up. Link is in the description of this video. And there are a couple steps you got to go through, of course, to get the $25 worth of Bitcoin. I won't go through the campaign details right now, but definitely click that link to get more descriptions, or I should say more details on that campaign. I'll give you guys $25 worth of Bitcoin. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. Again, TikTok, I'm there, CryptoBlood_, trying to get my views up, trying to get my following up. Been doing quick little crypto updates over there. So if you want something bite-sized, real short and sweet and to the point, you definitely want to go check me out on TikTok. All right. Let's see what else we got before we get into it. I want to go over to TA real quick because we're at a critical area. Oh, look at Michael Saylor, still at McDonald's, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, he called me earlier. He told me that things are going very well. He's overqualified, he feels, for the job, and he thinks he'll be a regional manager real soon. So he gave me a pretty positive update there. So we'll see if he can maintain over there at Mickey D's. But this trend line I drew, and I don't know if you guys watched Default's video earlier today, the market analysis video, really good video, because he talks about some critical areas that if we breach to the downside, it might get ugly. In particular, it might get ugly for Binance token and for TRX, because those have actually been holding up throughout this bear market pretty well. So typically what people do is they'll cash out of those. And we're at a technical point in Binance token where the next area of support is literally 80% lower than where we are. So watch out if you have any BNB, be careful. I'm not telling you to sell any. You do what you want to do, but I'm just giving you, and we're giving you the tools you need to be successful and accumulate more Satoshis, stacking more sats. That's the whole point of this active trading. You want it to, get yourself more Satoshis. That's the whole point. That is the whole point. But as you guys can see here, we have breached on the 1 hour, and this is on Bitfinex chart or exchange. We've breached that trend line. Let's see how it plays out over the next, I would say, 12 hours. Because what happened here, if I zoom in, you'll see we breached it, then we tried to come back above, and the bears took back over and put us back below that trend line. That's a little concerning on the 1 hour. We'll need to see what happens over the next 6 to 12 hours. If we cannot get back above $19,800 in the next 6 to 8 hours, ladies and gents, we head lower, unfortunately. But again, if you've been listening to, my channel, my TA, my fundamental analysis on everything, and if you've been listening to market analysis done by Default on the channel, you guys should not be surprised. We've told you this 6, 7, 8 months ago that we were heading to 20,000 and below, and we're here. So you should be well prepared if you've been listening to Crypto Blood and the CBTV family, to be quite frank with you. So that's where we are really quickly on the TA. My man Michael Saylor again gave me a call earlier today, told me things are going well, and he will be regional manager very soon. Shout out to Michael Saylor. I'm just trolling you, homie. I'm just trolling you. Let's see what we got in the chat rooms real quick. Ryan James says, keep hope alive, Mike. I hear that, man. I hear that. If Bitcoin crashed, the real one, what's ETH Classic? I don't know. Well, that situation is a little different. That situation is a little different. I'm not gonna lie. But ETH Classic, I mean, they stuck to the ethos that was originally laid out. You know what I mean? Like ETH wanted to roll back because of the DAO hack. They wanted to roll back, you know, ETH as we know it now, wanted to, you know, kind of break their own rules because so much money was lost. ETH Classic didn't want to do that. So you got to respect them. Unfortunately, the real don't get much credit nowadays. It's crazy. Shout out to the Tech Geek. He says my top 5 Bitcoin Jesus are Satoshi Nakamoto, Andreas Antonopoulos, Crypto Blood, John McAfee. Shout out RIP John McAfee and Roger Ver. Thanks for that, bro. Definitely. I don't, you know, Satoshi. Who the hell is Satoshi? We don't know, but we do know who Andreas Antonopoulos is. I've had him on my channel. If you guys missed that interview, just type in Andreas Antonopoulos and Crypto Blood, and you will see that interview, a very good interview. It was very close to interviewing John McAfee about 2.5 years ago, but he was on the run. He had like 8 different phones. He was calling me and texting me from this phone, that phone. It just ended up never happening, unfortunately. And I've never even tried to interview Roger Ver, to be honest with you. Maybe I should try to do that and see what's going on with this lawsuit he's got. I don't know. Do you guys think Roger Ver has 85 million cash? I think he does. I don't think he wants it. That's still a lot of money for no matter who you are. And he's probably going to play hardball with those guys over at CoinFlex. We're going to get into that in a second here. Heavy Production says, don't do it, bloodbath. Nah, I'm gone. Cut him. TR, first live stream, CW. Hey, man, you got me on that one. Ghetto Crypto, shout out to CBTV, kicking it. Strong lace always. Straight lace always. No doubt, bro. No doubt. And we got Malik Howard saying, yeah, he does. Let's go ahead and jump into this first article because I want to cover this. I don't want to be too long-winded today. Just wanted to jump in with you guys and show you some love and get some love back at you. So, like, share, and subscribe, of course. Gotta say that. So we get those algos showing this video ASAP. So look. CoinSlate, Crypto Slate, Embattled Exchange, CoinFlex sues Roger Ver for $84 million. Now, CoinFlex is the company or one of the companies caught up in the rapture like Anita Baker. They were caught up in the rapture of 3AC, Three Arrows Capital, which Three Arrows Capital was caught up in the Terra Luna situation. So you see how the contagion just continues to spread. CoinFlex caught up in it, and apparently they had, or I should say Roger Ver had an $85 million trade, I guess I'm going to assume long on Bitcoin. And this is the mistake that CoinFlex made. They made the mistake, I'm going to zoom in on this one. They made the mistake of basically doing like a handshake deal with Roger Ver, promising not to essentially margin call his position. So shame on CoinFlex for doing that. They should have just activated the margin call like every other customer on their exchange. Why would you allow a person trading $85 million worth to not have a margin call? So that's shame on CoinFlex for even making that deal. I don't even know why you would do something like that. So they made a backdoor deal with Roger Ver to essentially not margin call his positions if he, hits that level, that margin call level. If the trade goes against him enough to where it should have been hit. They made a deal to not do that. And they said the deal was based on basically Roger Ver putting up some personal assets against that. So if that's the case, Roger Ver will probably lose whatever assets that he pledged for those trades. So we'll see what happens with that, but thought that was interesting. So Malibu, let me see here. Heavy Production says Malibu Most Wanted, hit the like button. Shout out to Heavy Productions. I wonder if that's my man, he must have changed his name. But my man out in Malibu used to show me a lot of love. Malik said 85 mil. That's it. I mean, Roger Ver is probably a billionaire, but that doesn't mean he has a billion liquid. So when you have people have that misconception, like if I have a net worth of XYZ, or Roger Ver has a net worth of XYZ, it doesn't mean that he has that much liquid. That means just all his assets together across real estate and different coins or whatever. He may be a billionaire. I'm sure he has, because he's in crypto. A lot of his net worth is most likely in crypto and is liquid, but a decent amount of it may be tied up in all the companies that people forget. Like Roger Ver is a OG entrepreneur in the crypto space. So he's invested in Bitcoin.com. He's invested in blockchain.com, helped start those two. A whole bunch, man. So I don't know. We'll see. Keenan says Celsius, CoinFlex, and Voyager have proven to be just as degenerate as us. Yeah, right. Exactly. Malik says he has 84 million, but don't want to pay it. Probably. No doubt. I agree with you, man. Dustin Lee says, hey, first time watching. Thanks for tuning in, Dustin Lee. Make sure you subscribe to the channel too. We got good interviews coming up. I've had some great interviews in the past. Check them out. And also always giving you guys the realest in the crypto space when it comes to crypto news. The Tech Geek said, I always think of Cadillac Records when people say handshake deals. Right. I agree with you. Crypto Hustle says, what's going on, family hood dude, right here. You watching. No doubt. So, yeah. So that's where we are. Again, if people don't know about Roger Ver, he is a legendary guy in the space, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't call him Bitcoin Jesus for no reason. The guy is very instrumental was instrumental in this space. As I stated, here's his Twitter. Bitcoin.com helped start that. Helped start it. Blockchain.com. He invested in Ripple. He invested in Zcash, BitPay, Kraken, Purse.io. The list goes on and on. The guy is a major person in the game. And yeah, should be definitely respected. I'm going to try to get Roger Ver on the channel now that I think about it. So here's the thing. Roger Ver is saying, I ain't paying y'all shit. He said, I'm not paying CoinFlex anything. And matter of fact, in the article, if you look at this article, and I'll drop a link to these articles in the description of this video after I, stop the live stream. But in the article, he says, matter of fact, they owe me money. So he's saying that CoinFlex owes him money. He didn't say how much. His lawyers told him to just fall back, stop commenting on the whole situation, because it's probably going to get him in more trouble than anything else. So he won't comment on it anymore. But before his lawyers told him to shut his mouth, he was saying that CoinFlex actually owes him money. So we'll see how this pans out. What do you guys think? What do you think the real story? Because we all know there's three sides to every story. Roger Ver's, CoinFlex's, and the truth. I'm just wondering where the actual truth is in the matter. Malik Howard said that would be dope, a dope interview. Absolutely. I know a couple people that know him personally. Maybe 1 degree of separation from Roger Ver. Ghetto Crypto says straight told them get it back in blood. That's right, get it back in blood. For sure. Get it back in blood. Yeah, I don't think they're not gonna get that money unless the collateral he put up was worth 85 million or something close. So that's a possibility. That is a possibility. But it's all about how solid that backdoor deal was. Was it just a handshake, a verbal agreement? Shame on CoinFlex, that's for sure. I don't care if it's Jesus, not Bitcoin Jesus. I don't care if Jesus was trading on my exchange. Listen, when that margin call hits, bro, I need my money. I'm gonna liquidate your position and get my money and protect myself, protect my assets. It says, met you at Consensus CB. Keep shining, dog. 313 stand up. No doubt. No doubt. CB reading these comments like these folks this drunk before 7 p.m. They probably are, bro. They are drunk. Y'all out there happy. It's happy hour somewhere. It's happy hour somewhere. So let's get back to these articles really quick so I can run through them for you guys. I want to give you my 2 Satoshis on a couple more things. So Roger Ver again, you know, this is a quote. He just tweeted this about 2 hours ago. Look at this quote. And, you know, there are some compelling arguments to the point or for those who argue that Bitcoin Cash is the real Bitcoin. This is a quote from Satoshi Nakamoto back in 2009. He says the existing Visa credit card network processes about 15 million internet purchases per day worldwide. He goes on to say Bitcoin can already scale much larger than that with existing hardware for a fraction of the cost. And here's the highlight. It never really hits a scale ceiling. If you're interested, I can go over the ways it can cope with extreme size. And, you know, Satoshi did go over how you could scale. And one way is to increase the block size from 1 megabyte, which we currently still are at, and just scale it up. You know, there are proponents and those who argue against why that is not a sustainable scaling solution. But even if you would have just increased the block size by 5x, take it up to, 5 megabytes, it would have at least allowed for a bigger bandwidth of transactions and a lot more data to be, moved through each block instead of just 1 megabyte. So go back and look into that if you guys really want to kind of see what the arguments for Bitcoin Cash were and why Bitcoin Cash people are so suspicious or suspect or skeptical, whatever adjective you want to use, at the current team that's kind of over Bitcoin, i.e. one of the major components or players, Blockstream. A lot of people feel like Blockstream has kept Bitcoin's block size at 1 megabyte for their own financial gain, right? Creating the Lightning Network and making, to me, Bitcoin even more centralized by doing it in that manner, by scaling, trying to do an L2 with Lightning Network. But again, that's a whole nother conversation, but definitely go and check that out if you guys want to know more information. You should know the history of Bitcoin. I see a lot of people getting into the space nowadays. I'm interviewing a lot of brilliant people. They're getting into the space, but they don't know the history of blockchain. They don't know the history of Bitcoin. I think it's very important for us to know the history of Bitcoin and some of the early projects, so you understand where not to make the mistakes going forward in the future. And that's why I think you have a lot of people okay with running dApps and doing NFT releases on blockchains like Solana, because they don't know the history of blockchain and one of the cardinal rules is a blockchain should never go down. Like, that's number one. Your blockchain should never go down. So my man Trek really went into this in depth, I think, in his last My Two Satoshi video. Go check that out. And just talks about how it looks like the newer audience is okay with blockchains going down, which to me is mind blowing. I just have to tell you that's so mind blowing to me. Tech Geek says they thought they were about to make bank and got rejected. Pigs get slaughtered. Absolutely. Anything for Click says, nah, Bitcoin is a store of value, not cash. For sure, but it could have stayed closer to cash if we would have increased the block size. That's all I'm saying. They've kind of forced it to be a store of value to me. It could have been both. Malik Howard said the block wars were confusing when I came in. Yeah, I feel you, man. Solana is Stockholm Syndrome. Yes, Ghetto Crypto. Solana is Stockholm Syndrome at its finest, for sure. So let's get back to this article. The next article I want to go over, we've been streaming for about 28 minutes, is out of Decrypt Media. This is actually good news for me and to me. Shout out to Brit VR. Shout out to him. Go check out Brit VR. He's got a channel as well. Been in it for a while. Definitely go check out Brit VR out of Chicago, the Windy City. Stand up, Windy City. So Tether says it liquidated a Bitcoin loan made to crypto lender Celsius. So this is interesting because, and I'm like, whoa, glad this happened, because to be honest with you, if Tether goes down or were to get caught up in this crypto contagion, I would be very concerned. Matter of fact, I'd be so concerned, I would probably leave all of crypto and go into fiat, not stablecoin, but actual fiat, because it will get ugly as hell. So Tether liquidating the Celsius loan means essentially, ladies and gentlemen, that Tether pretty much X'd out the collateral that Celsius had up with them, so, and gave them back whatever amount they could from the liquidation. So it looks like Celsius took a loss. We don't know how much, but they definitely took a loss on the liquidation, and Tether gave them back whatever collateral they did have over collateralized. But they did take a L on that move, on that position. Celsius did, and they're saying Tether is saying that they took no real substantial loss on that particular loan. Now they are taking a loss if Celsius goes bankrupt. They are going to be taking a loss on whatever investment they made in Celsius. Remember that Tether or Bitfinex LLC, I think it is, or something like that, the parent company of Tether, made an investment into Celsius, the company. So I think Celsius is going to go bankrupt. And the next article we'll talk about kind of, it goes through what they're doing right now. I think it's positioning themselves to make a bankruptcy move. We'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, so Tether is Gucci on the loan. They liquidated the loan on the blockchain, gave them back, you know, whatever portion of that they put up, and they're good. Now, again, I think they will take a move or a hit on, and they said in this article, actually, it was a very small investment. So I don't think that's going to really put Tether in a position where they're in danger. Tether to me is almost like Trump, Teflon Don, man. They've been through hell and high water, all the rumors, all the FUD. They've been through it, and they're still here. Now, people are very skeptical about Tether, but You got to admit, they're still here. They are still here. Now, things may change once USDC trumps them. And I think at some point, USDC will eclipse Tether as the largest stablecoin in the game. And that is by design. That is on purpose. Because we all know Wall Street boys are behind USDC. So, of course, they want to be in position number one when it comes to the stable coins in the crypto space. So I definitely see USDC eclipsing or flipping Tether market cap without a shadow of a doubt. Real Talk asks, are algorithmic tokens dead? Yes, for the most part. I can't see, and it's not because there aren't any algorithms that out there that are clever enough or sufficient enough to keep a stable coin at 1-to-1 pegged to $1 or any other fiat currency. The issue is everyone's lost confidence in it. You know, he's saying algorithmic stable coin is like a faux pas. You don't want to say that in this game. So yeah, I think algorithmic stable coins are done data. Yes, I do. Thanks for that. That was a good question though. Voice Crypto in the building, one of my YouTube members. He said, yo, an evening stream. Yes, indeed. I'm doing it live in the evening. If you guys, and this just reminded me, Voice Crypto, him being a YouTube member, and we also got some other YouTube members in the space, in the chat room as well. The crypto, the Tech Geek is a YouTube member as well. But if you guys want to join the YouTube membership, do that under, you'll see right next to the subscription button, you'll see a join button. Click that. Any level will get you the perks. I need to actually update all the descriptions, but any giveaways we do are only going to the members, the ones that go above and beyond to support the CBTV network. We're going to be doing a lot of giveaways for the Futurist Blockchain Conference up in Toronto. That's in August. We're going to start those giveaways this coming weekend. I just gave away another Arculus wallet last week. So I think we're on hardware wallet number 3 or 4. So yeah, definitely join and support the movement. Let's see here. Heavy Production says, is USDC going to be the CBDC? Very close. It won't be, but it's definitely going to be very close. So I think CBDCs, they're going to create their digital dollar on their own network, their own proprietary blockchain when they are ready to do it. So it won't run on Ethereum. They want to have full control, absolute full control of their CBDC. So, you know, people out there that think Tether, that think XRP is going to collaborate with the government, ain't happening. They want to have, the government is going to want to have full control from the lowest stack layer all the way up. So that's not ever going to happen. Ghetto Crypto says Tether is the poor man's stable coin, the last of the dying breed. Absolutely. Kyle says if Tether has access to the printing press, then it's safe. But see, I don't think they do. That's the problem. Now, Tether has most of their, you know, theoretically, Tether is supposed to have $1 for every dollar they have out there in the crypto space, but they don't. They have like 50 or 60 or even maybe 70% of what's backing the dollars in corporate bonds or corporate debt and in US treasuries. So they're trying to make a small little yield, a gain on all that outstanding money. So that's why they're putting it in very low yield, should be safe risk assets. Yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button for sure. Let's see what else we got. Been a member for 2+ years and worth every dime. Much respect. Thank you, the Tech Geek. I really appreciate that. USDC is like CBD doesn't do nothing for me, just look good. Yep, I hear that, man. I hear that. Let's see what Brit VR says. He says, will this earnings season take the market down further? So I guess Brit is talking about the stock market. And absolutely, absolutely, man. That's why I think we're going lower in cryptos. It's not even, I mean, it's almost like a no-brainer. If the equity market still got to retrace another 50%, 40% at minimum, then you know the crypto markets are going down another 60 to 70 to 80%. At least 50% for Bitcoin. I think even lower for the altcoin. Altcoins are always hit harder. So just remember that this is like my fourth bull bear market, fourth or fifth bull bear market. Altcoins always get hit harder on the way down, and then they always recover faster than on the way up. So how you want to play it is, if you don't want to go to stablecoin, and you want to lose the least amount of money, you want to go to Bitcoin in the bear market, write it down, and then on the way back up, you want to go altcoins in the bull market. Now, altcoin season number 4, this next altcoin season, don't think you're going to invest or should invest in the same altcoins from this past season. No, they're going to be a whole new slew of projects you're going to have to do your due diligence on and figure out which ones are going to pop and really blow up for you. So you got to do a little homework, ladies and gentlemen. So let me get back to this last article that I want to cover with you guys, and that is Celsius unlocking. And this is what I wanted to really cover with you guys, the fact that, and I'm watching what Celsius is doing here, because Celsius is positioning, in my opinion, this is all just my opinion, all theory, all just ain't no fact in this. I believe Celsius is positioning themselves as best as possible to do to clean their books up and pay off as much liabilities as they can and recover as much money as they can before they file bankruptcy. Straight up. So another step in that direction. We saw what they did last week. They paid back DAI, right? They paid back DAI and got their collateral back from that. Now they're paying back Aave and getting and unlocking that $418 million. So it says here, this is out of Crypto Briefing. Crypto lending company Celsius repaid majority of its debt to Aave today and managed to unlock 400,000 STE from the protocol. It has also started unwinding positions on Compound, though it still has 10,000 wrap BTC, which is almost $200 million locked in the protocol. And as I just stated last week, they managed to unwind 21,000 Bitcoin or wrap Bitcoin for about $456 million out of the MakerDAO vault. So again, what they're doing, in my opinion, this is all theory, all hypothetical, just my opinion. I think they are literally preparing themselves for a bankruptcy. I just mentioned, I think in a tweet or on TikTok the other day, that they hired, I may have been even today, Celsius hired new restructuring lawyers. You know what that means, right? That means they hire new bankruptcy lawyers. That's all restructuring means. Okay, so that's what they're doing. Is it going to have an effect on the crypto markets? Absolutely. When we hear the headline, Celsius files for bankruptcy, it's going to trigger another leg down in the market. So be prepared for that. It is coming. And why I'm so confident about this is because we've lost confidence in them. That's why I'm so confident in the fact they're going bankrupt. Because if they paid off all their debts, got back into the green, XYZ, and you know that then now they're like, all right, we're back open for business. We're gonna open those withdrawals or unpause those freezes on withdrawals and deposits. Guess what you're going to do? Guess what every other person is going to do? Once that gate opens, it's going to be a run on Celsius and then put them right back in the same position they were before they opened it. So it's over for Celsius. Confidence is lost, and it is what it is. Let's see what these comments really quickly. So Al Snoo says, what channel was the technical analysis on D-Force or something? I'm not sure what you're talking about, bro. Kind of explain a little bit more for me. Grit VR said they are trying to pull a 50-cent bankruptcy. Exactly. That's hilarious. Voice Crypto said, I'm buying whatever Sam Bankman buys. I don't know, man. Well, there you go. You know, Sam Bankman-Fried didn't buy any Celsius. He looked at those books and said, can't do it. It was alleged that there was a $2 billion hole. $2 billion hole over at Celsius. Yes, it's over, ladies and gents. It is definitely over. Ghetto Crypto says, it just baffles me. So much money being paid off and out, yet it's so many homeless out there. The world, something else. Man, I swear, the world is something else. Absolutely. Or you can even let's talk about how we just gave Ukraine how many tens of billions of dollars, and we got our own shit to clean up here in America. Now, again, I hate to play politics here, but you know for damn sure Orange Man would have never gave Ukraine $50 billion, $40 billion for nothing. We cut off the World Health Organization under Trump because they were just blowing our money. We were giving them so much money a year, and there was nothing to show for it for us. So, hey, man, y'all voted for Sleepy Joe. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to my man Sean, New World Crypto in the building. Definitely showing some love. So that's it. I do have one bonus article I want to go over really quickly, and this is from a topic about Jamie Dimon. He did an interview with this I don't know, I've never even heard of this news article or this newspaper. It seems like it's a Spanish newspaper, but they interview him and he kind of just put it out there. And I want to get your feedback. I want to get the feedback from you guys on whether or not you feel this is sincere or not, because I actually do think he is being sincere here. I think he has a guilty conscience. Jamie Dimon says things can get much worse. He said we are facing very serious problems. So everybody hates him, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe he's having that guilty conscience and is really trying to throw, a warning signal to the masses that stuff is not okay behind the scenes. So the interviewer asked Mr. Dimon, what makes you so pessimistic about the economy? He says, in my country, the situation is relatively good. The job market is very strong and consumers have money to spend. He said, when I said there were dark clouds on the horizon, I think people misunderstood my warning. They thought that these economic problems were temporary, and this is not the case. Things can get much worse. We are facing very serious problems such as high inflation, particularly in energy and food prices, and increases in interest rates. So this was a good question too. Do you think the U.S. could enter a recession before the end of the year? He said he doesn't like to make predictions, but yes, it's a possibility. We do not yet have, we don't know yet how much interest rates will go up. So I'll leave a link to this because it was a pretty good interview, and you guys should just kind of get a feel for what Jamie Dimon Guy's been the head of Bank Chase, JP Morgan Chase. I was about to say Bank of America. JP Morgan Chase for the last 16 years. So the guy has a pulse on and is the 1%. He is part of the cabal. And for him to be warning us, to me, should be of some concern. And it all plays into my thesis, ladies and gentlemen. It plays into my thesis of we still have quite some ways to go down from, from an economic standpoint, from a stock standpoint, equity standpoint. It's crazy because equities it should be the other way around, where the economy should reflect, or the stock market should reflect the economy. But in this perverted post 2008 era we're in, the stock market actually is a self-fulfilling prophecy for the economy. So if the stock market does bad, or heads lower and people lose money, it makes them pull back. It makes them stop spending money. It makes them, be more conscious about going into more debt. It makes them pay off debt. So it's a contraction in the markets and in the economy when the stock market goes lower. It's weird, I know, but that's why they try to prop up the markets as much as they can. But I think we're at a point, ladies and gentlemen, where they can't do it anymore, because if they continue to prop up the stock market, it's going to keep inflation high or going higher. So you got to pick your poison. And I think they have to let the stock market not die, but come back significantly in order to get things, have this soft landing, they say, which I don't think they're going to be able to do. They've never been able to pull off a soft landing. So it is what it is, ladies and gents. That's my rant. That's my 2 Satoshis for today. Please, before you leave, hit that thumbs up. Smash those like booties. How I say it. Smash those like booties. Follow me on TikTok, as you guys see it right there in the bottom of your screen, at CryptoBlood_. I'm doing content over there on a regular basis. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You want that $25 worth of Bitcoin? Check the link out in the description of this video, MEXC Global. And again, that is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe to your boy CryptoBlood, and I'm out of here.